Hi everyone, my name's Zach and I'm a recovering addict and I'm here to talk to you today about changing your friendship circles, changing your life. So I've obviously mentioned the outline of what my recovery plan looks like, and I'm looking to go into each part of that in as much detail as I can and how it's going to help you on your journey of recovery. And also, this isn't just for addiction, this is for everyone. If you can apply this to your life, and it will dramatically change the way you feel about yourself, and it will dramatically change the way you feel about others. It will dramatically change your life in terms of how and what direction you're going to be going, and how you feel about life in general, just positively, instead of this dark and dingy, dirty life of addiction. For me, it was, and then looking at things in a much more positive, bright, and happy way, and seeing there's so much good in this world, instead of thinking everyone is going to hurt you. So changing your friendship circle for me is probably one of the biggest pillars of dramatic change in life. Now, the process of doing this is it's really one of the hardest things we're going to have to face in doing this. And the reason I say that is because we've built our life around socializing and mixing with certain people that are drinkers and drug users to an extent that is damaging to your life. But regardless of the fact it's damaging, we're going to miss it. It's become part of us. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be forever. It can be a part of your life that you've now let go of and moved away from. But it's that feeling of loss, essentially. You mourn this social aspect of your life. You fear letting go of it because it's been there for so long, and you don't know who you are without this part of your life, because it is a big part. You say, 60% of your life maybe. And suddenly, whoosh, this is all gone. Big hole, big fear, big anxiety over this loss. But let's firstly address the people themselves that we're letting go of. Let's identify who they are and what types of people they are. Now, for me, there was only two friends of mine that I still see and that were investing their time into me as a really good friend. Out of all the people I hang around with, two left. And that's because they are willing to support me and encourage the life that I want to live. It doesn't mean they've let go of that side of their life in their own time with other people, but with me, they know where I'm at. They know what life I want to live. And therefore, when they're with me and wanting to spend time with me and communicating with me, it is in a more positive, constructive way that is presented with an understanding of the life I want to live and what I'm trying to achieve. And that is a good person. I can have those people in my life because they are, despite the fact they obviously still go and use drugs and get on it, it's not for me to judge them. I've been there, and I know what it's like in that world. But also, they don't have an addiction. They are not addicted. They can use without it becoming a danger to their lives and a danger to themselves and others, and that's okay for them. But what they don't do is force it into my life. They don't force that drug usage and convince me to come out into scenarios where drugs are going to be present, or where the sex is going to be present. Our relationship is more now based upon spending quality time together, communicating, helping one another, being supportive and nurturing each other through difficult times, through great times, and even involved in work things together. And these two lads are really good for me. These lads are really, really good. But how did I get to a place where I knew these were the two that were actually going to be good in my life and that were worth sticking around and having a good time with? That came with setting boundaries with everyone I knew. Now, this is this is like the hammer blow. This is the gauntlet. This is the cut off, essentially, this process. So it's a case of, right, I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna change my friendship circle. Now I've actually got to do it. What do I do? And for me, it was a mass text message to a lot of people, a mass email to a lot of work people, and social media exposure and honesty about my life and where I'm at. And I put boundaries in place with all these people and said, listen, do not invite me ever to anything that is related to drug use or getting on the sesh or going out drinking. For a period of time, I didn't go out on nights out at all. I needed to have abstinence from that for a period of time to make myself stronger and stable and a little bit more confident in the fact that I could go into those environments without using, which for me was about 4 or 5 months. But yes, these boundaries were in place. I messaged and emailed a lot of these people and told them, look, this is where I'm at. I'm changing my life. I don't want to use drugs anymore. You know, it's cost me too much. A real honest, vulnerable message too, telling them how broken it has made me, how much I've lost, and that I'm unwilling to do it anymore. And if that is what they want to communicate with me about, then this friendship's not going to work for me anymore. No hard feelings. Best of luck if that's your decision. I appreciate that that may not work for you and our relationship, and that's okay. But just me where I'm at right now, I can't have this. So please don't contact me or message me anymore. So that's step one. And then what that does is that scatters all of the people that really are not interested in you as a person, because the people that are will stick around. And then there's some of the real bad ones. This is how you spot the real negative people in your life, the ones that even despite you sending that message or making that communication or whatever it may be, however you've done it, there will still be people that want to lure you in, don't want to see you do well, don't want to see you separate away from the crowd and leave them behind. So they'll latch back onto you and try and nudge you and poke you with little temptations and invites to events, and no, you'll be all right, no, it's fine. They don't care about you. These people are cruel and selfish and broken themselves. You have to stay away from these people. So these ones need to be blocked on social media, on everything. Cut them out entirely. They're dark people that are going to take you to a dark place. Okay, so these people have got to go, 100%. There's no two ways about it. They're gone. So you block those people, and then there'll be other ones that still stay in touch very, very intermittently. And then there'll be a very small handful of people that are brilliant, great people, like these two friends of mine. And then suddenly you've got a feel for what a real friendship looks like, because you'll see that friendship between those people that do stick around and want to support you, spend time with you, go out with you, not drinking, go out and doing nice things, bike rides, walks, runs, exercise, gym, just dinner, movies, bowling, normal stuff, great fun, connecting with real purposeful relationships that are going to blossom from here on. You will see these relationships change big time, because it may not be the people you thought it was. You may have missed these real good people in your life because you've been so oblivious to everything that they do and what kind of person they are, because it's all been related to the sesh every time, and that's been the focus. Suddenly you rip all these other bad people away, you cut them out, and then there's maybe one or two left, and these guys are great. They're going to help you a lot. There may be none. Sadly, there may be none. I was lucky to get two. I know people who've had no one. And that's the sadness of addiction, because we think we have friends, but we don't. We have drug associates. They're there for the session. That's it. They like you because you get on it with them, or you pay for their drugs, or you have a place for them to go and use drugs. So these people will very quickly show themselves because they're stupid. They're probably maybe potentially far into their disease too, and it will become very, very clear very quickly who the good people are in your life. So there you have it. That's the process of removing these people and identifying good people, and how to build relationships with them, communicate with them, be honest with them, be open with them, spend more time with them, connect to them and be honest and be vulnerable with them massively. and learn to build trust with these guys, because they're good. And we need good people, because we become the friends we keep. If you keep these other people around you, that's what you're going to be. 100%. It's just law of nature. You keep spending time with people like that, that is who you are going to be, and you'll never, ever get away from it. So the next step is obviously adding to these people. You know, you have to build a team of these people, and I suggest massively that it has to be people that are also in recovery. And I've mentioned 12-step fellowships. This is a fantastic place for you to go and find great friends, great people who are willing to help you and support you. And it's not just about when you see them in those meetings. You have to make the effort to connect with them outside of those meetings, get to know them, be vulnerable with them too, be honest with them about what you're going through, get their love and support and kindness and time. And it will start small, and it will take time, and you will still be mourning the loss of this social life that you used to have. But this social life was killing you, okay? Let's be honest, it was killing you. And you will start to soon realize that that social life was no social life worth living at all. It really fucking isn't. It's not. You know, you have so much more that you are capable of, and you are worth so much more than that. You are able to go and live an amazing life and build beautiful friendships built on trust, honesty, and love, and care, and kindness, and willingness, and help, and support, and all of these things. You know, we're missing out on all of this stuff, and we don't see it right now because we haven't lived a life with it in it, and we haven't lived a life without the drugs in. But I promise you, you let go of this stuff, and you push these people away, you put boundaries in, you separate yourself from them. Yeah, you're going to be alone a little bit more, but that's good, because we need to be more comfortable with ourselves. We need to learn what it's like to be bored. We need to learn what it's like to get through fear of missing out. We need to know that that stuff doesn't kill us. It's not going to hurt us. And actually, it's okay. You know, it's okay to not go out for a weekend. It's okay to sit in on a Friday night. You know, I'm not saying that that's going to be every weekend for you. It's not for me. It certainly isn't. You know, I go on holidays. I still go on nights out, but you know, for a 6-month period at least, you know, you're going to have to curb that stuff. You're going to have to limit it. You need to build strength and confidence in your ability to go out and be in these environments and not drink and not do drugs. And that's hard. But in between that time, you're going to see these people and all these new friendships that you're going to build over time. You know, it might be, you know, build one friend every couple of months, and a new relationship every two months. So, you know, by the end of this 6 months, you've got 4, 5, 6 really good friends. And you'll realize within that small handful of friends, you have more love, more friendship, more honesty, more truth between you, and real relationship, a real friendship, you know, that means something, that is purposeful in your life, that you help them and they help you. You know, not because we help to give receive, but we help because we're good. We help because we want to be good. And we want to see good in others. So this change will happen, and it will take time. And suddenly, you know, the loss of this life we're letting go of, or trying to find it hard to let go of, becomes so ridiculous. You know, it becomes absurd, the fact that we were ever contemplating not letting go of that life, because it's incomparable to what you will have. It's so incomparable. Honestly, it is meaningless. It's a meaningless life, and it's meaningless friendships that do nothing but tear you down. And there is this beautiful life waiting for you. We just have to be willing to take that first step, that first bit of courage, you know, to cut these people out and stand up strong on your own 2 feet, and get out there and be brave, meet new people. Most of all, be honest and vulnerable to these people about how hard things are for you. We'll realise we may be a little bit shyer than we used to be, because we haven't got drugs in our system to help us with confidence. But all of that comes back with time. You get it naturally. You can grow as a person, and all the things you are able to do on drink and drugs, you can do sober, you know, from a positive perspective. So there you have it. There's my 15 minutes on friendships changing your life, changing your friends, change your life. You know, and you will become the friends you keep, I assure you. So surround yourself with these good people, and you will become like them, and you will build a gel and a unity between you all that is incomparable to anything you would have ever had before. So good luck, get out there, do your best,